With the Radiant Wilds update on April 13th, Albion Online has had a complete overhaul in controller settings for the Xbox release. And for the last 2 weeks, I grinded 1v1 arenas live on Twitch. And today, we hit Gold 2. I wanted to share my layout and settings for anyone looking to get the most out of their controller play. So, let's dive right in. We go to controller settings, we enable controller. I play on Legacy, but you have 3 options: Legacy, Advanced, and Simple. In the past, we were able to select a specific keybind for each button, but now we have 3 options with 3 layouts: Simple, Advanced, and Legacy. And I prefer Legacy, but the big change is the input modifier, so you'll need to play with that a little bit and see what you think is most comfortable for you. But like I said, Legacy is my way to go. Next, I have vibration off, show targeting line and range off. I don't like the extra marking on the ground. I think it's hard enough to see my ability targeting and the opponent's ability targeting, so I just go ahead and leave that off. Alternate mount up, off. Open a virtual keyboard when using controller, off. And I have that off because I'm playing at a PC with the controller, but if you're on Xbox and you don't have a keyboard, you should probably leave this on so it makes it a little easier to type. Minimum gathering tier, all, but I don't do a whole lot of gathering yet, so this one, you could probably tweak that for your liking. Target type priority, players, so turn that on if you want to target the player, but if not, switch that over to mobs. The target state priority, I have that any. Ground spell marker sensitivity, I have that at 100%. I have auto target ground spells and auto target skill shots both off. I play with manual aim because I didn't really like the auto target. This is probably a big one that you need to mess around with yourself. I highly recommend the manual, especially for situations where you're in Stalker Corrupted Dungeons and you don't want to target the mob accidentally. You want to make sure you're targeting the player that you're going up against. Like I said, mess with it, play with it, see what you're comfortable with, but I play on manual aim. Next, we have situational movement spell targeting on. Now this one I need to mess with a little bit more. I'm not sure I fully understand how it works, but I have played the whole time with it on, and I haven't found too much of a problem. But like I said, the auto targeting can be kind of strange, so I might need to take that off at these higher rank levels. We need to mess with that. Beneficial spells priority, nearest. Use left stick for spell targeting, I have that on. Auto walk during cast, 0. Auto target lock timer, 2. UI additional selection indicator, I use this. Essentially, if you turn that off, the options are just highlighted. If you have this on, you get that nice big arrow to help you find the options in the menu a little bit easier. UI cursor sensitivity, I have at 20%. I don't use the cursor a lot in the menus, I mostly navigate with the arrow keys. And I have bolt dead zone down to 0%, but you'll have to mess with this a little bit with your controller. If some of your sticks are going bad, you might have to bump it up a little bit, but that's it. That's most of the controller settings, and like I said, a lot of them are kind of just feel, so put the time in and give it a chance. Controller is really, really cool. Now there are a few things that might need improved on, and so let's go over those next. So now we're taking a look back at a clip from yesterday or the day before when we're playing some Stalker Corrupted Dungeons, and I noticed the looting system was a little wonky. So let's take a look at the clip. And typically, no problem, you just open the loot and you loot the top just as you normally would. But when trying to loot the bottom area, when clicking the loot on the bottom, it sends you back up to the top, requiring you to go back down to the bottom window each time. There's no loot all option, just one at a time sending me back up to the top. And because of that, I actually wasn't able to grab all of the loot. Okay, let's take a look at this next clip. This clip's from today, playing some 1v1 ranked arenas. And this has kind of bothered me since I started learning ranked 1v1 arenas. When you press select, it opens this opponent menu where you can view their gear and their weapons. But it also opens the main menu in the background. So if you press select, it correctly closes both menus. But if I just press B, it closes only the top menu, leaving the main menu open in the background, requiring me to press B once more. And sometimes, because you expect both menus to close when pressing B once, I end up fumbling around in the main menu with my toggle stick before actually getting back into the action. It's a small fix, but a large quality of life fix. in my opinion. Okay, now I kind of pointed out a couple things that I've noticed in the last couple weeks grinding to Gold 2 that I think maybe needs a little tweaking, and I'm sure you guys have noticed a lot more than those things. Let me know, mention it down in the comments, and thanks so much for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you. I'll be live weekdays, 8 a.m. Mountain Time, 14 UTC, Monday through Friday, so come say hey on Twitch. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time.